Rick has spent $4,000 trying to sleep. 3 things worked. Everything else is in a drawer. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which 3 and the order to buy them in if you're starting from zero tonight. Hit like now if you've ever bought a sleep gadget that's currently collecting dust. I see you. So does Rick. Last episode, Rick had one good night on a white noise machine, a sleep score of 78, and then night 2 collapsed to 4 hours and 12 minutes. The comments asked the same thing 600 times. Okay, but what actually moved the needle for him over the long run? This is that episode. Here's the pain, and you already know it. You buy the thing the internet swears by. Night 1 feels different. Maybe placebo, maybe real. By week 2, you're back to staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m., except now you're out another $200, and you've added "the gadget didn't work" to the list of things keeping you awake. Then there's the cost nobody calculates. The average person chasing better sleep doesn't buy one product. They buy 9. Community data from r/sleep and r/insomnia shows a recurring pattern. People stack 4+ interventions at once, can't tell which one is working, and quit all of them when results stall. You didn't waste money on a bad product. You wasted it on no system. And here's the moment you'll regret skipping this. It's next January. You're building "This is the year I fix my sleep" for the 4th year running, and you're about to buy the same expensive gadget that's already in your drawer, because you never found out what the people who actually fixed it kept. So let's be clear about how we know what we know. We didn't test products in a lab. We analyzed Reddit community data, over 300 threads across r/sleep, r/insomnia, and r/mattress from the last 12 months, and cross-referenced every recurring recommendation against the product spec sheets and the published research the community kept citing. When 300+ people independently land on the same 3 interventions, that's not a review. That's a consensus. We then map those 3 onto the exact protocol Rick has been running, because Rick is the perfect test case. He has tried everything, kept almost nothing, and tracks all of it on an Oura ring he refuses to take off. This is an upgrade path. 3 tiers: foundation, environment, then the optimization layer. Buy them in this order. Do not skip to tier 3. Tier 1, foundation, magnesium glycinate. Verdict first. This is the single most recommended sleep intervention in the data, and it's the cheapest. If you buy one thing, buy this. 3 data points. 1. Across the r/sleep and r/insomnia threads we analyzed, magnesium glycinate, specifically the glycinate form, not citrate, not oxide, was the most frequently cited supplement that people kept taking past 30 days. Citrate gets recommended too, but the recurring complaint is gastrointestinal. Glycinate is the form people stay on. 2. The standard community dose pattern is 200 to 400 milligrams taken 30 to 60 minutes before bed. That's it. 3. The mechanism people cite is magnesium's role in regulating the parasympathetic nervous system and GABA activity, the downshift signal. Who this is for? Anyone starting from zero, anyone on a budget, and anyone whose racing mind is the problem more than their bedroom. Who should skip it? If you're already on prescription magnesium or have kidney issues, that's a doctor conversation, not a YouTube one. Rick's data. Glycinate is one of the 3 things he kept. His Oura time to fall asleep dropped from a 22-minute average to 14 over 6 weeks. Not magic, measurable. Tier 2, environment, blackout curtains. Verdict first. The highest leverage, most ignored upgrade in the entire dataset. People spend $2,000 on a mattress and then let a streetlight ruin it. 3 data points. 1. Across r/sleep, light leak is the most common environmental complaint, and blackout curtains are the most common fix, far more than sleep masks, which people lose or remove in their sleep. 2. The spec that matters is opacity. Room darkening is marketing. True blackout panels with a triple weave or foam-backed liner block effectively 100% of outside light. And the community consensus is that you also need them wider and longer than the window to kill side leak. Buy them oversized. 3. The cited mechanism is melatonin. Even small amounts of ambient light at night suppress melatonin production and fragment deep sleep. Who this is for? Anyone in a city, anyone near a streetlight, anyone whose partner's 6 a.m. alarm of sunrise is non-negotiable. Who should skip it? If your room is already a cave, you're done. Spend the money on Tier 1 instead. Rick's data. Blackout curtains are kept thing number 2. His Oura wake events dropped from an average of 3.1 per night to 1.4 after he stopped getting hit by the 5:40 a.m. sun. He described the morning light as an attack. He's not wrong. Quick pause, and this is the one thing I'll actually ask you for. We turned this entire protocol, all 3 tiers, the exact specs, doses, and the order to buy them in, into a one-page checklist. It's free. It's at restmadesimple.com/checklist, and it exists so you don't have to take notes or re-watch this at 1 a.m. Rick has it laminated. Of course he does. Links in the description. Tier 3, Optimization, the weighted blanket. Verdict first. This is the upgrade layer, not the foundation. It works, but only after tiers 1 and 2 are in place, and only for a specific person. Buy it last. 3 data points. 1. In the R sleep and R mattress threads, the weighted blanket is polarizing, and that's exactly why it's tier 3. The people it works for love it. The people it doesn't find it hot and trapping. There is no middle. 2. The spec that decides which camp you're in is weight. The community consensus is roughly 10% of your body weight. A 150-pound person wants a 15-pound blanket. Go heavier, and it's a workout. Lighter, and you feel nothing. 3. The cited mechanism is deep pressure stimulation. Gentle, even pressure that the community links to a calming, swaddled response and reduced pre-sleep anxiety. Who this is for? Anxious sleepers, restless sleepers, and people who sleep cold. Who should skip it? Hot sleepers, anyone who feels claustrophobic, and, critically, anyone who hasn't done tiers 1 and 2 yet. A weighted blanket cannot fix a room full of light. Rick's data kept thing number 3, but it took him 3 blankets to get the weight right. He bought a 25-pound blanket first, for maximum effect, and described night 1 as being slowly pressed by a calm car. This is peak Rick. He's now on the correct 18-pound version, and his Oura deep sleep average is up 19 minutes a night. So here's the protocol, segmented by exactly who you are. If you're starting from 0 tonight, and you can only buy one thing, Magnesium Glycinate, $12-ish, biggest consensus, lowest risk. Start there this week. If your room isn't dark, and you keep waking before your alarm, Blackout curtains are your highest leverage purchase. Buy them oversized. That's the single change that fixed Rick's wake events. And if, and only if, you've already nailed foundation and environment, and you're an anxious or cold sleeper, add the weighted blanket at 10% of your body weight. Last, not first. Here's the FOMO part, and it's real. Blackout curtain and weighted blanket pricing swings hard with sales cycles, and the Magnesium Glycinate brands the community trusts go out of stock constantly because they're small. The links in the description are the current ones. 6 months from now, you'll be the person who sleeps through the streetlight instead of the person buying their 4th gadget in January. That covers what Rick kept. But there's one thing this protocol doesn't touch, and it's the variable that quietly wrecks all 3 of these. Temperature. Rick has a thermostat war happening in that bedroom, and the data on the ideal sleep temperature is more specific and more brutal than you'd think. That's next episode. If this saved you from buying your 4th dust-collecting gadget, the like button is right there. Subscribe in episode 3, Rick versus the thermostat, the 67-degree rule, drops next. Rest test Tuesday, and you'll get the exact temperature protocol the day it's live. Grab the free one-page checklist at restmadesimple.com/checklist, so tonight's setup takes 10 minutes, not 10 months. Rick took 10 months. Don't be Rick.